Good evening, cyber friends. Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. We had a little small word right before Bible study. It's about, matter of fact, it's after 10 already. I gotta let the time snuck up on me. But we give God the praise and glory on us for our life, health, and strength. Just want to share. Thank you for the cyber friend Bible study members. You know who you are. And I just wanted to share. I meant to do this the other day. Forgive me, but things are kind of getting a little bit hectic, but nevertheless, we still keep on going. As you see my topic there, it said the Broom Teaching. On this past Sunday, in Sunday school, I did the teaching, and that went well with our teaching of our subject for on this past Sunday. Fell in line with a teaching that I got from a very familiar preacher, pastor in this area, in the Atlanta area, named Timothy Fleming. And he did a sermon he called The Gospel of the Broom. When I first saw it, I got that and I took it and I manipulated it in my way and made a Sunday school teaching out of it, as well as a Bible study. And that's what we did on this past Sunday. And we hope that it was effective. All this stuff we do, people, if it ain't doing it, if it's not really reaching anyone, if it's not giving God the glory, then it ain't no sense. It's just ineffective. It's to no good and no use. And most of the time when you teachers, preachers may feel like sometimes that their word goes on a deaf ear. But not so. And from the email I just read from one of the Bible students, in other words, our co-laborers, in other words, Sister Siobhan, those kind of emails that give you encouragement and let you know that your teaching is not going in vain. And we like to tell the sister we much appreciate the compliments and everything, but it's to God be the glory. We dare not take no glory from God, but yet nevertheless, we're glad that it's not falling on deaf ears. And we just want to say we appreciate that. And needless to say, also, I want to make certain that I explain this, and I want to make certain I throw this out there. Just as teaching, good instruction can be transferred, error also can be transferred. And this is a lot of time when we try to get cute with the Word of God, and we started kicking around our own ideas about what we think. It's okay to be creative. It's okay to use God wants you to use and be creative. We were made in the image of God, so therefore we got a creative nature in us as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But we must make sure that we base everything by the Word of God. We cannot go against the Word of God and start throwing everything out there just because it sounds good. If it's not good, leave it alone. And I tell people, matter of fact, one of my other favorite teachers that I watch on television is Joyce Meyer. Joyce Meyer is very practical. In other words, and you listen to her teaching, ain't no way in the world you can miss it. And I noticed that she was saying something, matter of fact, on today, she was doing a teaching and saying that, most of the time, like when Jesus was so hard on them hypocrites, Jesus wasn't hard on the sinners so much because they were doing what come natural. But he was on them hypocrites. In other words, it is very easy for us to give advice, and a lot of times we don't think we be giving people advice, but until it comes to us, we give advice that we don't take ourselves. She made a statement today, and it made a lot of sense. It made perfect sense. In other words, the next time you get in one of your predicaments, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to cut this video off real quick because I got Bible study. But if you get in one of your little fixes, and you or whatever, and you get in one of your states, just remember say to yourself, what would I do if somebody came to me for some advice on this situation? What would I tell them? Well, if you figure out what you would tell them, then you just follow your own instruction. In other words, you do what you got. See, in other words, you got to practice what you preach. So in other words, you sit around and tell other folk how they You know, I never could understand this, and I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to try to go on and sign off. People that have not been through anything, you cannot tell nobody else how to go through it. In other words, you got single people trying to tell married people what to do. Then you got married people trying to, go back and tell single people what to do. Well, we all once were single, so you could say you did have a little bit of knowledge on that because you done been there, done that, but you're not there no more. What I'm saying is, how can I tell if I'm yet smoking cigarettes? Look how stupid I would look getting up telling somebody how to quit smoking, and I'm yet smoking cigarettes. That's an oxymoron. We're going to talk more about this here a little bit later tonight, hopefully on the Bible study. With that being said, remember, whatever you get into. If God is not in it, please come out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. This is Middy Man saying peace. See you in a little bit.